Hi, Flosstube.
I'm Nancy.
And I'm Laura. And we are the Addicted Sisters. So we're doing plain in our hoodies and fancy. We got fancy for you guys today for our holiday edition.
Yes. Aren't you excited?
So we want to welcome you to our video. This is Flosstube number 43. Today is December 22nd, 2018. Woohoo! That was not planned. So, we had a little fun getting dressed up. We thought about this week and thought we would just be fun and sparkly. And
I wore my birthday crown.
Isn't she special?
Yes, I was going to talk about that. We went to Pose, I think it was.
Yeah, I think that is where we went.
You and me and Katie. Mm-hmm. And I knew they had something planned because they were whispering to each other. And they pulled these things out, and we each had one and wore them during lunch that day. So that made it real fun.
And we went on a cruise that year, and we're gone over New Year's. So we really bought them to be
for New Year's.
Our New Year's crowns. But it was so fun, we just couldn't resist.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
Thank you for joining us. We're so glad you're here today. Thank you for watching us each week, for subscribing, for giving us all of those great comments. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Just let us know why you don't like it if you thumbs down.
And we did have, we had a ton of comments in the last couple of weeks.
Yes.
I know you guys flipped out a little last week when you found out we were in Picture This Plus. Yes. And you were sitting on fabric.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it was deep.
It was great. And I don't think we could have shown it because I'm pretty sure that the new 2019 colors were right there.
Yes.
You were sitting on a new for 2018 color. Well, no, that's not the one I picked up.
I don't know. I don't remember which one you picked
up.
The
one that I picked up and showed you was Hermosa, and it was a new color for 2018.
Yeah.
But you should see, you guys, the table where we normally would get to sit down and stitch and spread out and do our stuff is covered.
It's a big dining room table that would seat 8, I think it is. 8 to 10. So yeah, just imagine that thing covered. Stacks.
It was huge. And the thing is that it was covered like that because they are already preparing for Nashville.
Yes.
So the new color is chosen. The new colors are chosen and named, and they have been furiously dyeing and cutting and serging.
Yes.
And everything. Oh, and we do have a tip for you on the Picture This Plus fabric.
That's right.
Lisa was there.
We worked while we were there.
Lisa was there. Marilyn was not in last Saturday. But she told us, I said something about that, if we use their fabric, that a 32 count was really more, or a 28 count was really more like a 32 count because it shrinks because they wash it and it is color fast. Lisa told us that what you need to do is stretch it while you iron it. You should put your iron on the linen setting, let it get good and hot, and then you should iron. And you really want to pull, she said, while you're doing it. And you will stretch that fabric right back out.
Yeah.
So I don't think you will get it out of shape as long as you're ironing evenly.
Yeah.
But she said definitely do it like that and stretch it some.
Remember how we used to do that with our sweaters when we were younger? That's what we're doing with our fabrics now.
And Lisa also said that some of you get really concerned about the little fluffs that are on there. That's just because they've washed their fabric and it goes through the dryer. And you know how you get lint on your clothes when they go through the dryer? Well, the fabric picks it up from other fabrics. Yeah. So
just pick it off.
Yeah. Nothing big with that.
Or take a lint brush.
Yeah, you could.
Lint
absolutely.
Roller.
I think they do some of theirs.
Yeah.
But
because remember, she said, oh my gosh, if they would see what we took off.
That's true. And they used to be able to iron every piece of fabric that they sold. But with the popularity of their product, there just isn't time. They have a great big huge commercial roller presser. I think you guys saw that in our video when we did our tour there. But it just doesn't pick up everything.
No.
So anyway, we are not answering specific comments and questions this week because really you guys were just very, very supportive, and you were pretty fun to listen to.
Yeah, thank you for understanding my emotional outburst there.
And you guys, it's not just at the holidays.
Oh.
It is all the time.
Yep.
So.
Yep. It was after, I don't know what happened, but after a certain age, then everything just triggers me. I can sit here right now and cry.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so shout outs. I watched some new people, so I got my phone out so that I could look. I am Groot. I got this out so I could look and tell you who I watched. I, of course, watched my friend Michelle Bendy, our friend Michelle Bendy.
Yes.
Gotta do that. Love her. Then I also watched Cindy's Cross Stitch. And oh my goodness, Cindy is a prolific stitcher. And she does beautiful finishing, and I really loved watching her. Now, I only watched the last few because I have got to break myself of the habit of going back and watching everything. And she was on number 42.
Woo!
So I knew that I couldn't do that.
It wasn't going to happen.
Yeah. And then I watched our Galleria friends, Connie and Milena.
She's pointing at it like, what's their name?
Count twice, stitch once. I just have to get everything going when I'm saying, Cindy's was easy. She said her name in it.
Yeah.
But Connie and Milena, and I'm looking at them and trying to name them backwards too. And theirs was lots of Mill Hill finishes and something else. And it's not showing the whole thing on my little bitty phone. But anyway, Connie did a tour of her house and showed us all of her Christmas decorations. And she's been stitching so long that she has a ton of things. It was wonderful. I also watched, this is 2 weeks worth, guys. So I watched Crafty Cat Stitcher. I love catching up with Kathy. We get crazy and goofy and silly and all of that. Well, Kathy is always so peaceful and calming for me, and I love that. I sit and stitch with her, and I just like to listen to her, and I talk to her too.
It's funny how we do that with each other, right?
It was good. Then somebody else new to me was Emily C. And I watched her. I definitely did not go to the beginning because she is on Flosstube number 63,
Woo.
which was entitled The Last One of 2018. And she showed a Hawk Run Hollow piece that she has finished.
Wow.
That's what's
what
on
that
the
was.
front. Yep. That she has finished and fully finished, and
that's fabulous.
It's wonderful. It was. And she's giving that pattern away.
She's gifting it?
Mm-hmm. So if you went in and made a comment, then you could maybe get that.
Nice.
And then I watched Buckeye Stitcher, Nicole. Hi, Nicole. And we got to see one of the kitties. If you don't watch her all the time, right?
So I don't watch hardly anybody all the time.
So she had a lady who asked her to take this pregnant mama kitty and take care of it because she's a vet. And so there was no place really at the center. So she took the cat home, and the mama kitty had 3 babies. And Nicole did not want any cats. Took them back, left them at work because they could be adopted from there. And she called her significant other, and they agreed to take all 4 kitties.
Oh my.
So she now has kitties all over the place. And no decorations on her trees on her Christmas tree because she's afraid that the cats will play with it. She said so far they've just ignored it. Then I watched Flissy Fish Cross Stitcher. We'll talk more about her later.
Me too.
So that was fun.
Yeah.
And then the rest of my time, when we first started, I watched like the first 4 of Homesteading on the Homefront, Lynette, and I really enjoyed her. And I guess I didn't subscribe because she wasn't in my list.
Oh, I hate it when I do that.
Yeah, so I have been
catching up with her.
Yeah, and I thought hers are short. They're usually around a half hour or less. And I just thought, now that's sometimes because there's a part 1 and a part 2 because her technology was was a little crazy. And I know that she's not in Guam anymore and she's back in the States.
Oh, yeah.
But I want to watch all of it because you get to see in the background a lot of times you see inside her house, but she'll also show photos outside, and it's beautiful to see it. So, Lynette, if you're watching us, I am catching up on you. And I'm very far behind, but I will get there. So, that's who I watched.
I did watch a couple. I watched Yvonne, Night Owl Stitcher. Hi, Yvonne.
She's on my list.
Had fun with that dough bowl and the cute designs that she showed there. I really like her dough bowl. Dough bowl.
Her dough bowl.
My accent starts coming out on me. And then I watched Michelle, Bindi Stitching. And boy, was she dressed up.
Woo!
She was going to work and all dressed up, all spiffed up. And she had tons of things she was showing. I love her commission piece. And I think she said it's
Blackbird Designs and Shakespeare's Peddler. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It was gorgeous. So those are the only two that I really watched.
We should have a little time this week. We're both off this next week. And, who knows? Maybe we'll get some in. My big news is that I officially caught up with all of my orders.
Yay, you!
And then people promptly ordered more. I love it. I really do. But it's funny, you have such a sense of accomplishment that you're all caught up. Now, the change is that what we are going to is a ready-made system. So we are not making made to order anymore. I'm not going to be behind everything.
Right.
I'm going to be making them and then we're listing them. Now, that doesn't mean that if you send me something, I won't make it. We are still going to take what we call a custom order. But those will be our made-to-order items, and everything else in the shop should be ready.
And the custom will take a little longer, right?
Yeah. Because we were on a 4 to 6 week time frame when I had to make everything. And we are now on a 1 to 3 day time frame.
Whoa.
Now, I do have one order that's going to go to the 4th day because tomorrow is day 3 and there won't be, we'll take it to the post office tomorrow, but there won't be anything going out. But it will go out first thing Monday morning.
Right.
So I brought a couple that are in our ready-made that are Christmas to show you. This one I can't believe is still hanging around, but I actually think maybe we have a couple of these left. This one's called Merry Mice. Look at that. Mickey Mouse and Minnie, and it's kind of old school. I loved it. And look at Minnie's little skirt. It's plaid. That. You see her, and She's has little shorts, and he has little shorts too that are plaid. And inside, it's this sparkly plaid with snowflakes. Cute. So we love that. So that one is ready and would go out right away. The other one is called Fancy Flakes. You should feel this one.
Oh, yeah.
And it's an embossed fabric.
I like that one.
And I love this. I think you could carry this all winter. Mm-hmm. That wouldn't be a problem at all. And then I want to show you what we did inside. We blinged it up a little with this pretty green stuff.
I almost wore that top today. I do have a top made like that.
The funny thing with this is that this was in with the regular fabrics instead of the lame. So this is not a lame. This is like a polyester blend, probably. And I love the bling of these.
Yeah.
I loved when we did the ones with the lame in them, but I just couldn't sew with it. So this is a lovely alternative. And we had green inside some, we had red inside some, and then we had this beautiful blue, like Nancy's top, on the outside of one. And another really pretty fabric inside it. But all those solids like that we use because we loved them. And that's what I have. So Nancy is going to pick her stuff up here.
I don't want to show them.
Yeah, you're fine. It's your chair. You can stand up if you need to. She doesn't want you to see her posterior. Oh. See, they can't see anything.
Well, I couldn't. No, I couldn't.
Don't peek. Shh. Everybody, close your eyes. We're taking a 5-second break here. 5. Did you get far enough down? 6, 7. Oh.
7. Do I want to take these? I think I did these.
With the purples. Okay.
I think I did those too.
Guess what, you guys? This is the
it.
end of Nancy's fabrics.
So, welcome to our segment called Nancy's Fabrics.
Part 11.
Okay, the first one I have here is a Cashel 28, 18 by 26, and it is a solo from Silkweaver.
Imagine that.
There's your, well, I don't know if you can see that. There's your tag. Look at this.
These are so pretty. They do such a cool
Isn't that
job
gorgeous?
dyeing.
And it looks pretty much.
Yeah, it's got a hint of purple through it and mostly blue. We're in the blues today. So Nancy saved her favorite color for last.
Yes.
What am I in? Purple. What is Nancy in? Blue.
I started to wear my blue sparkly, and I was afraid I'd get dizzy.
It has a big spiral on it.
Okay, and then this one is from Silkweaver, Cashel linen, 28 count. It's called Blue Dynasty. So we actually have one with a name.
Cool. Okay, I just heard the music. I hope you guys didn't miss our
I was
usual
thinking about that too.
intro today. We thought we would just, since we're glammed up, we thought we would play a little holiday music for you. We did have the guys singing, and that was kind of,
Yeah, I was getting distracted. I'm like, we need something quiet. So this is just real soft blue and white.
really pretty cloud fabric. This one has more of a purple than any of the others, I think.
Yeah, it does. Well, this one is called Wedgwood, and it's from Zweigart. So see, it's a 28 count Lugana.
I feel like we got you off a little
Well,
now.
we are, because I moved to get that, but I'll move back in a minute. So this is that really pretty Wedgwood color.
I don't know that it's showing quite so true. I'm just going to try and make it focus on that.
Yeah.
It's really way more purpley than what it's showing there.
Well,
there was
you can
better.
See back here. See, isn't that pretty? But,
It's gorgeous.
Wedgwood kind of has that purple tint to it, so.
Then we have the aqua.
Yeah. And it is called Solo. So this is what it is. That light over there from the...
From the window.
Yeah, we need it, but it's causing us some issues. So this is a Cashel, 28 count, 18
It's
by 26.
really pretty.
Looks like I used something here because it's cut.
Although 18 by 26, this is the right size for that.
It does look right, doesn't it? But
So they didn't finish that edge for you.
Huh. Send it back.
Not happening.
No. Alrighty. Solo. It's a Lugana, 28 count. Here's your label. Sorry, I have to put those at an angle. This one has more of a green cast to it. These are more solid than most of my stuff is.
I just want to say that Nancy has had 11 parts for her fabric. I can't even tell you. What were you laughing about?
Just that I had so many.
It would probably take me twice or 3 times as long.
This one is a Dublin 25 count.
Love the 25 count. And I know a lot of you are kind of trying out 1/1. The 25 count is just enough bigger than the 28. So I feel like they're not. Where's our board? Oh, I don't know if I can wait.
Stretch, Lois, stretch.
Oh my gosh. I don't know if that
I don't know
helps.
if that helped.
I just don't think they're showing as pretty as what they are. Oh,
It's a really pretty blue. Here we go.
Yeah.
See that?
Folded
color?
up, it's better, yeah.
That's pretty.
And the last one. Is there not a towel?
Here we go. Solo. It's a you picking off the little
Yeah.
28 count Cashel. You can see there it's blue and white.
This one is really like clouds and,
Yeah,
and
and
very pretty.
It's big.
Oh my, it's like a half yard.
Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? It's pretty, pretty.
Very pretty. I don't know if I'll show my fabrics or not, if we'll continue with that. I don't know.
So you can see there folded how it's got the blue.
Really pretty.
And that concludes my wall.
Woohoo! Okay, so I know that Nancy and I have already talked, and she's not remembering this. Watch her face.
I never know where she's going.
And next week, we are going to show you what we have finished this year.
Oh.
We're going to do a parade of finishes.
Oh.
They're all written down in my book now,
Okay.
remember?
Mine too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good, because I have no idea.
I had to go through and mark down everything that I had shown as a finish in here so that I could get my album updated. So when I did that, I just wrote everything down for both of us
that
in
makes
here.
sense. Good.
So, and it made Nancy feel better. She had more than she thought she did.
Yes, because I always feel like I just do one or two.
Yeah.
So I think I got to the double digits.
I love having an album on my Facebook page. If you're my Facebook friend, you can go back to at least 2015, I think, and see everything I've finished. And it's fun because I love to go back and see what I've worked on. And
I had mine on whatever that program was that we were using, that blog. And remember, they changed the rules, then they shut it down. And then, so I'm sure I have them
somewhere
in my computer files, but I'd have to go find them again.
Okay, so next up are our finishes, and we're only showing you previous finishes this week.
Yes.
Neither of us, I told you I've been sewing.
Yeah. So I pulled out one that I just love this.
We have very different projects today. So
Yeah. This is one of my favorite Christmas songs, Silver Bells, and it is by the Sunflower. I can't see it
Sunflower
there. Sunflower Seed. You're pointing and it's behind the pillow. But I finished it on a piece. This came from Marilyn's, from PTP, because she helped me pick out all of the colors because we had to tweak them to go with this fabric. But for some reason, I wanted pink.
And the sunflower seed, I've seen some of you discover her lately. And the sunflower seed was a shop in Topeka, Kansas, and it was owned by Anita, and I can never think of Anita's last name.
I'm sorry, I don't remember that either.
But she had health issues that forced her to close the shop.
Yes.
And we did lose her
Last year
or the year before. I mean, it's been within the last couple of years. And so if you are able to find sunflower seed patterns, I would say grab them. Don't leave them because
don't wait, because they won't come back out. But I want to show you the back too, because look, yeah, my cats love this pillow too. But I found this fabric that is all the old timey ornaments, and I just loved it. I thought it was so cute with this.
What's this one under your finger? It looked like a bird.
No, it's a round ball.
Oh, the way that you had it, it looked like a bird, like that piece on the top.
That's mine.
Really cute. Okay, I brought two to show you. And first I'm going to show you my lady. I know that I've probably shown these before. That's fine. I have Celtic Christmas by Lavender and Lace.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
And I saw her done at Spirit of Cross Stitch in Des Moines. And it had been done like this on the dark evergreen linen with all of the called for DMCs. Now that's DMC and the only back stitching is on the skin. I love that. There is sparkly stuff all down here. Look at that. That's crazy. And I love how her hair flies out. And there's a little bit of beading in there. But I loved her like this so much that I just copied it and did the same thing. And
I like it when we find patterns like that just speak to you.
well, yeah, and I just don't feel like, that was a problem at all that I copied
And I
that
love
one.
the frame that you used on her too.
Thank you. And then my other one, this is probably the piece that I am the most proud of. And it's just because that's just a slub in the fabric.
Yeah.
Yep. It's just because I don't typically stitch solid things. And this one took some perseverance.
Yes, it
did. and I did stick with it. So it's Rocky Mountain Christmas by Marty Bell, and it was charted by Pegasus Designs. It's stitched on 32 count evening song blue linen from R&R Reproductions. And I finished this one in November of 2015. And I took
Look
this
at your
out.
sparkles. You had this down.
Oh, and you can see my top. I took this out to our L&S CC and Company, and originally I thought that I wanted a mat. I wanted a suede mat and a frame.
Yes.
A very specific dark frame with it. And because I wanted to pull out like all of the colors of the house. And we looked and looked and looked, and we found things that were okay.
Yeah, nothing really clicked.
And just for kicks, I pulled this frame. I was trying to make sure I didn't get you. This frame, let me tap it. There we go. This frame, which, there's a lot of white in my picture. And so everybody was kind of like, And then we laid it down on it, and we absolutely loved how it looked. All of us with this. And Kathy, I love that she was
surprised too.
Yeah. And this was... fortunately for me, this was a much less expensive frame.
Yeah. Well, and I think what was getting us was this was creamier and darker than we felt like the whites in the picture.
But when you see the whole thing together,
it's perfect.
It just has enough variation, and we loved it.
It's perfect.
So those are my previous finishes for today. Then, I know you all know that we went to Picture This Plus.
I didn't go anywhere last week, and I don't know what you're talking about.
Nancy didn't buy anything. We're starting to get to the sun over on this side of the window phase.
Oh, look, now I have sparkles.
Oh, look, now I'm going to woo! Here we go.
I feel like I'm back in a disco.
There we go. Yeah, and it's all over Nancy's wall. That's so funny. Okay, so we're really good. I better pull it or we're going to flash them.
Okay. I thought it was fun.
You all don't want to be flashed, do you?
Well, yeah. Maybe not that way.
Okay.
I still have that little cold thing going on too. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Ooh, now it's dark. Now it's better.
Hello. So anyway, stash. Nancy did not buy anything.
I was good.
And I bought a few things.
Actually, the reason I didn't buy anything was because I couldn't make up my mind and we only had a few minutes.
Yeah, we had to be quick because I had to be back.
Yeah.
And then Marilyn wasn't there, so we didn't get to talk to her anyway.
Right.
Our fault. We didn't check first.
Right.
But anyway, I'm just going to show you my stash as we go through. So I'm going to show you what I worked on this week.
Okay. You go, girl.
I got to pull this out. My friend Vicky. Hi, Vicky. And Nancy's friend.
Yes, she's my friend.
Vicky has a pattern by My Big Toe Designs that she wanted to stitch in honor of her brother, who she lost. And she said she's just had a hard time getting to it. And it's just
too emotional for
And
her.
I said, you know what? I have a My Big Toe Designs that I want to stitch. And I was planning to start it in December. And I think I told her this back in October. And she said, okay, in December we will start these. And so this last week, I started last Sunday on this piece. Mine is called Be Not Forgetful by My Big Toe. Wow. Now it's washed out. There we go. And I really love that border.
Yes,
Lot.
that border is gorgeous.
See, that makes us very dark.
Yeah.
I'll show my picture and then we'll do this, okay?
Here.
Oh, thank you. So I made decent progress on this. I am using 32 count opalescent opal. Yes, it's called opal.
Okay.
From Picture
I'm like,
This
are you
Plus.
repeating yourself?
And I am using a Gentle Arts limited edition floss.
Okay.
So it's not something you can really get. But that is my progress so far. And I've been having a lot of fun with it.
That's really pretty. That change is nice too.
And I was afraid that the pink wouldn't show up, but it is dark enough that it shows up really pretty on there. So that's that. I'll take that, and you want to show your whip? Because my others are plans.
Oh, okay. I'm like, you still have a stack there?
See, looking at all my stuff here.
Okay, so as you know, I am working on... oh, got my finger caught in there. Got my ring caught. My bling. 'Twas the night. So this is what I was working on. Trying to get that border in. And I have made some good progress. So, here's where I am at.
Wow, you're doing great.
So I got that whole corner in with all the berries and everything. And I've started down the side with the greenery. And I'll soon be adding in, I'm working right there on a leaf. I've got another leaf to go. And then I can start putting the berries in there. And I'm almost to that corner. So
Very cool. Okay, so one of the things I bought at Galleria was Winter Cometh by Summer House Stitchworks. If I can get my finger all the way, it'll be there. And I fell in love with this. And this one, I feel like I can start and I can work on it during the winter, and that'll be fine because it's not Christmas, it's winter. So, while we were at Picture This Plus, I bought a piece of 28 count feldspar linen. You all know me. This is what it looks like. So that's what I'm going to use.
that's pretty stuff.
And-
Pretty.
And then they have the Threadworks flosses out there, and they have the small cuts as well as the big cuts, so you can buy just a little or you can buy a lot. Anyway, those are the 3 colors I'm going to use on that feldspar.
And we debated on those quite a bit. There were several options that we had, but I really like this. I think that's going to really, see, here's the design again.
So it'll be really close. Just
Yeah.
I have a different fabric.
Yeah. But I really like these colors, and I think that's going to be great.
Yeah, and we pulled a lot of things, and the things we pulled were fine. They were fabulous. They would have been great.
Yes.
But they just, will you slide those in there for me? But they just were not. So I want, this is a different chart. So if you put this on this side, I'm good. The other thing that I have is my friend Vicky.
Vicky sounds like an enabler.
My friend Vicky sent me the Black Pearl. And I love this one. It's by the Primitive Hair. And she knew that I wanted this. So she also gifted me with the overdyed flosses that it called for, which were Carriage Black and Banker's Gray. And everything else was supposed to be, okay, thank you. Everything else was supposed to be a DMC. Well, I've seen some of you, wait, I'm not done.
Okay.
I've seen some of you show this with some changes that you've made. So guess what? I am going to use that red for her hair that is red and gold, and that the other color, the darker color, is for her tail. So I am not going to do a lot of color changing, but I love that red. Nancy and I kind of both fell in love with it.
And there is a lot of color change in that tail. I don't think, look, can you see? Look at that. That is going to be beautiful.
I think it'll look like mermaid scales.
Beautimous.
And I may play with how I stitch it. Because the tail is kind of done in sections, I think I can kind of outline them and swirl in, which will give
Yeah.
a little different feel to it.
I've kind of done that as I worked. Do you want these back in here?
Yeah. Oh, no, they can just all
Just
go.
in here. Okay.
Yeah.
I've kind of done that with some of
Thank
my
you.
leaves and my berries so that the color would come in the right spot.
And then it doesn't look stripy. So that's
Yeah.
what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Instead of stitching back and forth, then we stitch in a shape. And it can be, like mine's going to be that tail you can see down there is shaped, but I can do it in segments that will work for that. And it'll look great. Okay, so next up,
Okay.
Next up is Nancy's birthday stitch along. Woohoo! And it starts in 2 days.
2 days.
If you don't get to it in 2 days, start something anyway. So the premise of this one is that you choose a chart that you love and you start it on Christmas Eve on December 24th because that's Nancy's birthday.
That's why I have the crown on.
and just post on Instagram or whatever you can to show us. I'm on Stitch Mania. You can always tag Nancy in a photo if you're not.
Yeah.
She's not on Stitch Mania. But anyway, so she previously chose for me Begin by Bent Creek.
I just love all those trees.
And it says, a journey of 1,000 miles must begin with a single step. And I love it. It's one of their alphabet ones where they've just made that big.
Yeah.
And while
I like
we were
that.
at Picture This Plus, I found this piece of 40 count. Yes, 40 count. And I'm going to iron it first and stretch. Look, you can see it happen.
Oh, yeah.
You see it stretch?
Oh, yeah.
40 count Crystal Valor. So it is sparkly just like Nancy and I are.
I think that is going to be gorgeous with this.
And we thought that it looked the best color-wise with them. We have lots of
It
green.
kind of is reminiscent of what they've used, but it's a little greener.
Yeah, and I didn't even look at what they use Confederate gray linen. So, and mine definitely is green. And Marilyn, Picture This Plus, has lots of beautiful greens.
Yes, she does.
And
That's what made the decision so hard.
Yeah. I think we spent the most time trying to...
Yeah, figure it out.
I was throwing stuff around while Nancy was trying to choose things for herself too, and she was throwing things in. They're so busy that they didn't have as much stock as they normally would in their own shop. Mm-hmm. Because they're so busy supplying everyone else's shop.
Yes!
Which is
Yes.
great. We love that for Marilyn because we love her.
Okay, so I have 3 that, okay, I was going to have you guys tell me which one, but you know what? It's in 2 days, so you pick.
Well, maybe they can vote and I'll settle the debate. Or do you want to know today?
I want to know today.
Oh, okay.
I want to know today. Okay, so I am looking at Rosewood Manor. Friends Are Like Flowers. This is a new one she's got out.
That's pretty.
And it has the specialty flosses with it. So there's that. And I got this one just the other day and I just love it.
Oh, I already know what I'm picking. I'm looking at him. I've already decided.
Scattered Seed Sampler. This one is Gatekeeper Pinpoke.
Really cute.
I think that little birdie's so cute. So there's that one. Or, and see, I was going to do winter, and I thought, I saw these 3, and I thought, no, I'm going to do these. This,
Love that.
isn't that cute? Eleanor Jaegler Sampler, and it's by Willow Hill Samplings. I've shown you this one before. This is the one that I have the pretty solo piece of fabric, and then I got the Weeks Dye Works floss to go with it. So, Miss Laura, mind made up?
I'm kind of instant like that. So there's this one, and there's this one,
And there's this one.
and this is the one she's going
I
to do.
figured.
I really like that one.
So I'll start on it on my birthday.
Woohoo! So, unless you want to do a small.
No, I'm good.
You're good? Okay.
I'm good.
So...
Because there's a lot of stitching,
spread,
but there's not
right?
a lot of stitching. Yeah.
Okay, so we have been monkeying around with our subscribers and doing our 2,000 subscriber giveaway. And we are at 2,116 subscribers, and we still haven't gotten it together. So you know what? We're just going to come up.
It.
Yeah. And we're going to come up with something, and we will figure out what that package will be. I've got to quit playing
Yes,
with
you
my
do.
phone. Because I was distracting Nancy.
Yeah.
So, we're going to ask you a question. And this is how you get entered. And I have a question ready.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Because I don't know what she's asking.
Yeah, see, I knew she didn't, but she helped me out inadvertently here.
Okay. I love doing that.
So, you are going to answer, which one would you have had Nancy start? Would you have had her start Gatekeeper Pin Keep?
Pin poke.
Oh, sorry, Pin Poke. Gatekeeper Pin Poke. Friends are like flowers. Don't say the one with the birds because two of them have birds.
Yeah.
I was trying to see, does this one have a bird? No. But it has a butterfly.
Has flowers.
Yeah. And this one is called the Eleanor Yeagler Sampler. We're probably butchering that, but we've debated.
Yeah.
Which one would you have had Nancy
and you can
start?
say sampler.
Mm-hmm. Let's see, we can say sampler, we can say flowers, and we can say, or friends. There we go. Sampler, friends, or pin poke. Because pin poke is a fun word.
Yeah.
So you can vote with one of those. We'll see what the vote would have been. And we will enter you in a drawing for our 2,000 subscriber giveaway. And we will get some things together. And
yeah,
we've
got a little start, but not quite where we want it to be yet.
Yeah. So I think we'll probably do it in 2 weeks.
2 weeks, yeah.
We are going.
That'll get us through the holidays.
Yes. We are going to try and make a video next week, but we also don't want to guarantee anything because we're having a stitching day.
Mm-hmm.
And it would mean that I would have to get over here earlier and we would have to do our video and go. So it may be a Sunday video.
Yeah,
it may
could be a Sunday.
Yeah.
So if you are in the Kansas City area and you'd like to join us, give us a little email or text.
Mm-hmm.
We'll tell you the information on
Our
it.
email is always below. Yeah. If you are asking us a question about anything other than the retreat, then please use one of our personal emails. Yeah. And all of that's listed. So
yeah, if it's about the retreat, please use the Addicted Sisters.
Yeah. If you, I don't think it hurts to say where we are. We'll be at Kelso's in North Kansas City. And there's a back room that we're hoping to get into that will hold, it has it has nice lighting back there. Mm-hmm. And they have really good pizza and salads and
I think they have sandwiches.
I think they have some Italian dishes and things too. So
Italian.
It just they have some good stuff. So if you're in the area, absolutely come and join us. It'll be fun.
We're going to start about 11:30, so we'll be there over the lunch hour to eat, and then settle in and do some stitching together.
And I think they're open until late.
10.
I don't know that we're staying until 10, but you can stay till 10.
No.
Nancy and I wear out partway through, so. Anyway, that is it for our video today. We want to ask you to please like and subscribe to our video. Send us comments. We love to get them. We read every one.
Yes, we do.
Maybe I'll have more time to answer this week. Maybe I won't. Who knows? So then we have a little bit of Show Me News.
So if you're leaving us, happy holidays.
Yes. So Show Me News.
Guess who's joining us?
Our friend Flissy Fish Cross Stitcher Felicity is coming from Australia. And she is going to be rooming.
So excited.
She's going to be rooming with our friend Michelle Garrett, Bindy's Stitchy.
Michelle Bindy.
So is that going to be the best room ever?
That will be great. Mm-hmm. We're so excited.
Yes.
So excited.
And we have been having to keep that secret for quite a while because it started kind of as a joke. where Felicity said something like, "Oh, I wish they had retreats here," and I said, "Oh, just come to ours.
On over.
Yeah, no big deal. Just come on over." And she was messaging with me and said, "You know what? That's a break from school. That's during our school break time. I could do that." And I'm like, "Oh." And then she messaged and said, "I've booked my travel." And I was like, "Oh my gosh."
I couldn't believe it.
I'm so excited.
I know. That's going to be so fun. Not only will we get to meet all of you guys, but we'll get to meet somebody from another country, which will be great.
Yes. And Felicity, okay. So Felicity not only makes Flosstube, but she is one of the first people to comment on our videos.
Yes.
So she's very near and dear to us.
Yes.
That's why we're so excited. It's not that she makes Flosstube.
Right.
It's that,
No.
you know, she's somebody who we've developed a relationship with.
She's
and
one
we
of
really
our
like that.
longtime subscribers.
And there are some of you that are coming that we're like,
yes.
they
Yes.
comment all the time on us. So we wanted to remind you that we are asking you, if you're on the list now, to get your deposit in by December 31st. That's so that we can start shopping, buying, planning, booking,
Getting
everything
secret
else.
Stuff. Special stuff for you.
Yes. But what we want you to know is, if you are not able to make your deposit by December 31st, you will be on our list. But then our list is just first come, first serve.
First serve, yeah.
So whoever gets their money into us first after that is who will be at the retreat. So
Right.
You can always message us and say, "Hey, is it still okay?" We have lots of spots open at this point.
Right. So right now, I don't think it's going to be a problem. But hopefully it will be. Because we want to see all of you guys there.
Yes. And we have some fun things planned and churning around in the back of our head. And we host a second retreat that's for a local group. And we got a gift that is so generous for that retreat that we can't use it all there.
It weighed 33 pounds. I could barely drag it into the room.
Oh my gosh. So it's pretty exciting, and we will have other cool things to be able to give you during the retreat and to share with you. And we're creatively planning this one because it is bigger. We want you to know that we are having that retreat as long as we hit our room minimum.
Yes.
And there is a post in our Facebook group. Once you have paid your deposit and we give you the Facebook group information, there is a post in there that asks who's booked their hotel room. And if you book your hotel room, if you would go in there and still respond to that, that would help us out a bunch.
That would be great. Yeah.
So
we can kind of keep the count better.
Yeah. We can check with the hotel, but it's just, we would like to know. And that's how two of our people found roommate.
Right.
They found each other and they're roommates now.
Right.
So.
Because, sometimes you don't have a local friend that wants to go with you, or something happens and they can't come. Well, we've got really great ladies in there that are looking the same thing. They need a roommate. So you guys can share information and buddy up and have a good time together. Also, I wanted to say that we have been able to get a room where if our room will close down at night, our big room, some people stay up later.
And I can't have everybody in the room. And you may have to sit on the floor.
Yeah.
But we should have an area where we would be able to sit and stitch. They did tell us that as long as our room block is over the stitching room, the big stitching room, that we can be in there later.
Pretty much.
So, the corporate gives us the rules, and then the local hotel gives us their version. Of the rules. So, Nancy and I are hoping to go before very long and go out and see all of the rooms, see what things are. Just to kind of double check. When we were there, they had a sudden influx of guests, and every room was booked. And we weren't there for what we thought was any kind of a big weekend, but evidently, There was
I
stuff.
think it was some sort of school thing or something.
There
because
could have been.
It wasn't like football or baseball, anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, booked to the gills. And the guy was just like, we just weren't expecting it, you know?
And remember, our theme for this one is summer vacation. So whatever that means to you, we're asking you to please participate in our smalls exchange. It doesn't have to be a pin cushion. It can be any kind of a small. We're saying no bigger than about 8 by 8 because people are traveling.
Right.
And we want to make sure that things get home safely.
Right.
So, and we'll
and
talk.
It is to be fully finished too.
Yes, for the exchange. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And we, we'll have, I had a thought and then that was it.
We'll talk.
We'll have
You said
more
we'll talk.
to tell you later on.
As we get closer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Our small retreat is in 61 days. So we're a little retreat brain that way. However, we are still planning and plotting.
Yes.
On what we're doing. That was really wicked. On what we're doing for you guys. And we're excited to do this retreat with you guys.
Yeah.
So
pleased that you all are trusting in us to get it done and having a good time with us. So.
And there is a little bit of information below in this video. And if I can get the link into our Show Me Secrets video, I will put it below. Otherwise, it is between numbers 27 and 28, I think.
Yeah, I think it was like August.
Yep.
Wasn't it?
So, anyway, I think that's probably it for this week. So, we want to wish you all Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. For those of you who don't do Christmas, we still want you to be happy during this time. And Happy New Year.
Yeah.
And look forward to seeing us do our year in review. And then probably after that, maybe we'll do plans and some whip parades. So we may have some big stuff coming up.
I'll just be along.
I just tell her what to do. The baby sister. Yeah. Anyway.
The bossy sister.
That's it. You should hear. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay. Thank you. We'll see you later.
Bye.
She's Laura.
And she's Nancy. And we are the Addicted Sisters.
Bye-bye.